Let's look at it from Brussels first of all. Would you like to apologise, Mr. Al-Faraj-Taliho, for the lack of European leadership on this crisis?
I don't think we have to apologize, but we have to call for a strong political will and a strong political response from European leaders.
So you believe that Europe's leaders are in control of events, do you?
Yes, I think so. European political leaders are taking very difficult decisions.
Why don't the markets believe you?
Because there is something more than market logics here at stake. This is a political construction. We have kept the solidarity since the end of the Second World War. This is a political project, and we believe that this is the best way to ensure prosperity for our citizens, to maintain a welfare system that has no comparison all over the world.
Peter Oborne, what did you make of what we heard from Brussels there?
It's mad, actually. It's really weird. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The idea this is a political problem, excuse me, mate, he's over there on the screen, it's an economic problem. The euro is collapsing under the weight of its own contradictions, and the idea that political will can solve an economic problem runs against the basic insight of none other than Karl Marx, which is that economics, in the end, trumps politics. These guys are in total and utter denial. It's terribly frightening listening to that idiot in Brussels.
Mr. Idiot in Brussels, would you like to respond?
The euro is in fact a shield that has protected many of our economies, and that is a factor of stability and prosperity. We went through the most difficult crisis since the end of the Second World War, and all countries have experienced that.
Richard Lambert, you actually wanted us to join the euro at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, we felt back in the 90s that the euro was going to happen, whether Britain was part of it or not, that these were our major trading partners, and that the risks of going in were greater than the risk of staying out.
Yeah, but you were wrong.
The facts changed. The facts changed. I mean, what happened was the rules weren't obeyed. France and Germany broke the rules. The banks were undercapitalized. Massive capital imbalances across the euro area weren't fixed, and when the biggest financial shock in 100 years came along, the euro was in a bad place.
Can I just come in on this?
Of course you
were
yeah.
editor of the Financial Times during this period. It was predicted very, very clearly by a large number of people, Margaret Thatcher, William Hague, the Tory leader, who the FT sneered at day in and day out. The FT didn't give this story proper economic analysis. It saw it, it took the line of that idiot in Brussels that this is a political project, and even though you were a financial newspaper, you didn't apply economic analysis. You took the political view. And by the way, I've got a book, I've got a present for you when I heard you're coming on this programme, Guilty Men. You're one of them, and I suggest you read it. It analyses the performance. It goes on with it analyses the performance of the Financial Times.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
Guilty Men was a phrase used by Michael Foot in 1940.
In 1940,
about people who
appeasers,
appeased the Nazis.
Yeah.
In your view, is Chancellor Merkel, is President Barroso, are they today's equivalents of the Nazi party?
You are one of a group of people who, had you had your way, we would now be in the position of Greece. We'd be taking orders from the EU and the IMF. Britain's economic security would have been destroyed. Our political independence would no longer exist if the Financial Times had had its way.
Do we want to go on like this, or should we talk about what's happening now? Do we want to go
Let's talk about Greece.
Yeah.
Do you accept that it is now likely that Greece will fall out of the euro?
I think it is likely, yes. I think, personally, I feel that the numbers now are impossible to manage.
Peter Oborne, you think that Greece will fall out?
Well, it's inevitable that the Greeks will fall, and of course it's enormously in the Greek interest to get out of the euro, because the moment it does, it will be able to be competitive. And one of the points which nobody's quite made here is the total inhumanity of the euro. The euro is destroying the livelihoods of millions of Greek businesses, millions of Greek people.
Well, we're going to hear a bit from Greece and some of the human consequences.
And what the euro elite, this idiot in Brussels...
Will you stop referring to me as this idiot? That is just offensive.
No, he is. You listen to the low quality, the catastrophic quality of his economic analysis.
You may think that he's out of contact with reality, but that does not mean he's now walking out of the studio in Brussels. Well done, we can't even hold him to account now. Because you've just been gratuitously offensive to him.
Well, unfortunately, you're listening to this man talking such nonsense over a matter of such importance which affects the lives of millions and millions of people. And listening to that nonsense, it's offensive to decent people who want jobs.